We are back and in the kitchen. All too often these days, chronic illness risk factors are becoming increasingly prevalent in young people. The primary cause of this are unhealthy eating habits. For the young people out there, we say, take your power back and make healthier food choices. Even when the sugar cravings set in, our Froyo protein snack will keep you on the right track. Thanks to Clover Fruits of the Forest. Dumi, this sounds like something I could get into.
Girl, it's been an increasing trend that protein is important for anyone's life right now. So we are trying to make sure that we ride that bandwagon as well and make sure that people get as much protein as possible in their diets. And this is an easy, simple way to do that. It starts off with our protein powder, which we've got over here. And then I'm going to go in there with a half a cup, or rather a tablespoon of honey first. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with our Clover Fruits of the Forest, which is going to be our binding agent for this whole thing. So I'm just going to go in there with a half a cup and then just mix it all together. And you see, Palisa, we're getting the benefits of Clover Fruits of the Forest, and then we're also getting the benefit from the protein powder.
Lovely. And basically, as you mix that and blend that all together, they'll come out looking something like this. And I mean, I think I've got the easiest job, which is the decor job. However, not to undermine it, because in my chocolate, I decided to add, Dumi, some nuts. But I mean, if you don't like nuts, you can also add granola in there. And that's for that extra texture that can add a little crunch to your bite. Correct. And of course, the fruits of the forest at the end, it will just, combine those flavors, because they also have natural fresh fruit pieces in there. I nearly call them pips, pieces in there.
And the other thing about this is because we're adding the protein powder into this as well, it helps to make sure that they don't melt too quickly. Whereas sometimes if you're freezing anything that's a milk product or a yogurt, you find that it melts too quickly. What happens now is the protein powder actually helps with minimizing that for us. So as you can see, I'm mixing everything up, just making sure it's nice and bound. And then I'm going to start putting it into our ice cream, our ice molds here. You can obviously use, if you only have a container, that's also fine. If you also want to just maybe plop them onto a baking tray with some lined with baking paper, that's also doable, just into little shapes of your liking. And now I'm going to just fill these up.
I think for me, the ice trays are the most convenient, just because, I mean, it's easy to pop out of the mold.
Correct.
On the go. I mean, I am sometimes a late night snacker. Like, I love those midnight snacks. And I mean, if you're already on your fitness and health and wealth journey, this is perfect for you. I mean, it's a nice booster during the night for those midnight snacks, or during the day. If you kind of feel like some sweet treats in your mouth, use this. This is a good way to go.
Exactly, Palisa, because we also don't want to say to people, don't eat sweet stuff. We want to say to people, if you're trying to manage your diet and make sure that you're eating right, most people say omitting things from your diet is not ideal. So find ways to be able to still keep that sweetness in your foods, but just increase as much as possible the nutritious stuff that's in there. And that's why we've decided to add our protein powder into here. And that's why we're also using our Clover Fruits of the Forest, because we know we're getting the benefits of those fresh and real fruit pieces inside the yogurt.
I mean, and look at that. I'm pretty much done with adding my melted chocolate on the top. And the reason why I've added it at the end of the Froyo's hardening is that it also exacerbates the freezing process of the melted chocolate as well. I've put a baking sheet at the bottom because there will be spillage, so make sure that you're prepared for that. But at the end of the day, whether you are on the go kind of breakfast person, or you like to sit down and enjoy the food that you eat, the Clover Fruits of the Forest full cream yogurt with real fruit pieces, it's just convenient and it's healthy. It's good for you. So add it into any kind of breakfast choice and you're good to go.
You said it all.
Yeah. Now, just like that, how long should I take? I put big dollops of chocolate and I also kind of sprinkled how long will the big dollops take, or must I put it also back in the freezer?
Look, if you're making a thick layer, then put it in the fridge. But because, like you said, they're frozen, the chocolate starts to get solid immediately. So you can eat them almost immediately, or just pop them back in the fridge for a few minutes, 10 to 15 minutes.
They are good to go. I love it, and I can't wait to feed my family this. Now, a fruitful day awaits. If you want to get your hands on this recipe, you already know where to go, afternoonexpress.co.za. Well done.
Enjoy a thicker and creamier full cream yogurt with real fruit pieces. A fruitful day awaits with Clover Fruits of the Forest.